Bine v-am regăsit la o nouă ediție a FIT Generation. Astăzi îi am alături de mine pe Jakub Kuberski, partener în cadrul firmei poloneze de private equity Enterprise Investors, și pe Ionuţ Negrescu, CEO al Software Mind România și Moldova. I'll switch to English now to say hello. So hello, Jakub, and welcome to our show.
Hi, hello. Nice to be here.
Thank you for being here. Ionuţ, hello and welcome to our show also.
Thank you for inviting us, Iona. Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I want to ask you, Jakub, to say a few words about enterprise investors. I don't know if everyone knows about you. So, what's the main investment strategy that you have?
Thank you, Anna. So basically, Enterprise Investors is the oldest and one of the largest private equity funds in the region. So we were established in 1990, so we are 34 years old this May. We are predominant. We have been historically active in Poland, but we are also active since, I believe, at least for 10 years in Romania. Some of our greatest investment successes were Romanian companies, just to name Profi Romfood or Noriel. We have raised 10 funds to date. The last fund, number 10, had its first closing in mid last year. So we are a generalist fund. We take strong minority stakes and up to 100% stakes, with an investment horizon of 5 to 8 years. And as I said, we are a generalist fund, so it's easier to say what we are not investing in rather than what we are investing into. And the areas that we are not investing in are gambling, tobacco, arms and weapons production, which we find detrimental for societies or environments. We are investing tickets between 20 and 75 million euro, and are looking to triple the money that we invest over our investment horizon.
Okay. Besides Profi, which we all know, you have also invested in tech Romanian companies till now.
Yes. Actually, this is our story with Ionuţ. One of our portfolio companies, Software Mind, invested in early 2022 in a Romanian and Moldovan company called Code Factory, now rebranded Software Mind Romania and Moldova, of which Ionuţ is the CEO. And we are on the lookout to invest in more technology or technology-enabled companies in Romania in particular.
So Code Factory was the first one, the first tech company that you invested here in Romania.
Back in the days, we also invested in Civeco, which is a more like a traditional IT company. But we were also investors in Orange, which is kind of Orange Romania, which is let's say a telecommunications company. But the most recent technology investment was into Code Factory.
And what were the main reasons for investing in Code Factory?
Well, first of all, we were pretty amazed by the team and their dedication. We very much liked their portfolio of clients, and we also very much appreciated the access to Moldovan IT developers market, which seemed largely untapped by large international players back then.
Okay. Ionuţ, I will switch to you now for more information about Code Factory and Software Mind now. What types of projects do you usually work on, and for what types of clients?
So former Code Factory, first of all, we existed from 2004 under different names. So we were on the market for quite some long time. We spent it, I think we were one of the first Romanian companies to open an office in Chișinău, in Moldova, in 2013. This allowed us to grow quite a lot. So we were a Romanian-based company, but we opened in 2013 in Chișinău. Right now, like I said, I'm managing both Romania and Moldova, but we have the majority of our colleagues in Moldova, more than 200 people. while in Romania right now we are about 75 with the latest expansion as well. So we are about 75. So I would say Code Factory, and now as a Software Mind, we are an IT services company, and we service customers from all over the world. Like Jakub was saying, he was impressed by our portfolio because we work from Romania and Moldova. We service customers everywhere. We have one of the largest and most known companies in US, Caesars Entertainment and Casinos, which is a pretty big name on the US market. We have customers in Asia. Actually, right now, our biggest customer is an Asian customer from South Korea. We work with customers in Africa, of course, Europe, so pretty much everywhere. I think we even work in Chile back in mid 2010s. So we kind of service customers all over the world with our teams in Romania and Moldova, and we continue expanding, and I think we still need to reach Australia directly. I think indirectly we touch it, but directly we hope to work in the near future with Australia as well.
How many clients do you have right now?
Right now we have about 25 customers directly with Romania and Moldova entity, from teams varying from 4 or 5 people, which are quite small, but the largest one I've told you about, the South Korean customer, is 70 people working for that customer for the South Korean market, which is a very demanding market, particular market with also particular customer. And it's very exciting for us to discover new customers, new regions, and find out how they work, what they prefer, and try to accommodate this in our software development process, because it changes. You need to adapt to the customer. I know everybody is speaking about a certain way of developing things, but you also need to adapt to the customers, to service the customers. This is our main goal. So for the customers and the final customers, because we are B2B but also B2C. So what we develop, we can see it being used directly by customers, and in South Korea it was like that.
You are B2B2C.
Exactly, B2B2C, but in this particular case of the South Korean customer, we are the entire technology branch. They only have business people. We do everything related to IT. So we are responsible for the entire product.
Could you provide another example of a largest project that you have worked on?
So I told you the name of Caesar. With Caesar, we work in partnership. We started working actually with William Hill. Caesar acquires a division in the United States. We developed and we worked together with their team in the US, but also they have a team in Poland, about 35 people we have at our end, and we service one of the leading sports betting platforms on the US market. So again, a particular type of customer, very demanding customers. We know the American customer. So like I said, we try to adapt to every market.
Okay, you mentioned a new acquisition. What is about?
An expansion. I like to call it more than acquisition, because we transfer an activity of a company in Cluj. We have what I have not said. So we are based in Bucharest. We have this office in Chișinău, the largest office of our branch. Let's say our division, Romania and Moldova. And now we expanded with the office, physical office in Cluj, and with a team there. We already had people. First of all, we have people all over Romania. Now with the trend working from everywhere is not an issue for us. We don't request for people to actually be at the office. They can work from anywhere, and we have people in all the major localities in Romania: Timișoara, Brașov, Iași, Cluj, Craiova. We already had people in Cluj, but now we added a solid team. We are about only 15 people, but we wanted to basically put our foot in the door in Cluj and start building our team. But together with this very solid team that we have there, that service also very large customer on the Canadian market. doing actually education in the healthcare sector. They have the final customer has all the major universities service all the major universities in Canada, and the product was developed by this team in Cluj. Now we have taken over, and we try to help them service even better their current customer.
What's the name of this team, of this company in Cluj?
So we transfer the activity from Gamma Software. The company still exists, so we transfer the activity, and now it's Software Mind Romania that owns the customer and the team servicing the customer. It's a particular type of investment. Jakub can detail, of course, there are different types of investment, but these look very appealing to us because we already had a local presence. It was a natural step and a natural continuation of our investment in Romania. So it totally makes sense.
A great team of great experts servicing a blue chip client in the United States, which is the strategy of the Software Mind platform to expand and build more long-lasting client relationships in North America. So it perfectly fitted our strategy to expand.
And you also have another acquisition in the US market, right?
Exactly, yes. So Software Mind, we actually made two acquisitions in a very short period of time. Software Mind is actually developing very dynamically with great success through acquisitions. These two were our fifth and sixth acquisitions that we've made since our investment in Software Mind at the beginning of 2021. The second acquisition was actually a much larger entity. The company operating under the brand of Number 8. We paid for it $40 million. We acquired 100% of the company, which is a technology services company with offices around Latin America, and the headquarters and sales team based in Louisville, Kentucky. So after this acquisition, Software Mind has become a 1,500 engineers software house with global presence and offices across the globe, including Poland, Romania, Moldova, and the plentiful of countries in Latin America.
So the acquisition was made through Software Mind.
Exactly so. Yes. Actually, our investment at the beginning of 2021 was predominantly a capital increase. So we provided the company with substantial capital that it used along the years to make its acquisitions. And on top of our capital, after a few years, when the company matured, it was able to raise its own debt on its own balance sheet, which further helped it to finance the add-ons. And the last add-on, the Number 8 company for $40 million, was actually financed 100% with the company's own resources and bank financing raised from BNP Paribas. So we're pretty proud of the work that the guys and the team have made. A fantastic job and a fantastic acquisition.
It's a very big transaction. I guess the one from Romania it's much smaller.
But to add to what Jakub was saying, they did had an important investment when they acquired Code Factory. So that was the important one. Now we are just spending, while the Number 8 acquisition in US was both about Latin American presence. We already had a team, and the strong US presence, like he said, the sales team in Louisville, but also they had some technology people there, IT people, delivery people. So we wanted a strong footprint on the US market, a strong presence that will allow us to service the final customers better. Because, like I think Jakub will detail a little bit more, but the US market is still our target market.
Yes, expanding sales in the US is the cornerstone of our growth strategy. And actually, following the recent acquisition of number 8, Software Mind generates around 50% of its revenues already from clients in the US. And it's together with the Latin American operations, it operates around 500 people out of 1,500 people in general in the Americas. So we're steadily, year by year, increasing the share of revenues from the US market, and we plan to continue doing that going forward.
Okay, so US is one of the largest markets for Software Mind.
No, it's the largest. It's the single largest market for Software Mind, and and we want to make it even bigger in the share of our revenues.
Okay. Ionuţ, I want to ask you what changed after Code Factory was acquired by enterprise investors through Software Mind, besides the ownership. What advantages does a company have when it's backed by a private equity firm?
I think it depends on the private equity as well, and we are lucky to have enterprise investors being the one investing in Software Mind and in us through Software Mind. But we as a company being acquired and being part of such a platform, and that was the idea behind our decision to move forward, because we developed by ourselves an entrepreneurial-driven company for quite a long time. Like I said, we started in 2004 up until 2022. So we managed to do a decent job, but we wanted to take the next step. And actually, maybe that is not even the next step, is the biggest step possible for an entrepreneurial company. If you want, you can list yourself, but if you are big enough, and then invest by yourself and try to grow, or you feel you reach the maximum you can do with this entrepreneurial spirit, and try to be part of a different platform. But what you get is you get a strong, you become a stronger company. You are the customers perceive you as being stronger, being there for them for the long term. And actually, speaking of the transaction that we made in Cluj, when I discussed with the final customer from the North American market, they said for them it's a very good news that we acquired that team in Cluj, because they feel safe. They feel that they would be serviced at the highest standard. So you have this. Also at our end, the management, and you need to think differently. You need to think big. You need to look for opportunities, and always to look to expand, and not think the way we used to think. Be looking and trying to basically day by day, trying to live day by day, and constantly look for to improve things. Now you need to think big. You need to think differently, and this also motivates people. You know, all companies and entrepreneurial companies, they have a purpose. It's fine, and it will be good to have a purpose. It helps quite a lot, and helps the people to understand the purpose. But now with enterprise investors and with this investment, besides the purpose, you also have the means to achieve it. It's clear, everybody knows it. And when I'm speaking with my colleagues in both in Romania and Moldova, this is what they feel, that we have the means and we can aim for the biggest results possible.
But before, did you have access to such large clients?
It was a complicated process. So you could have it, but really your role wouldn't have been that big. So if they had a specific demand, smaller teams, or but now if they perceive, when you speak with a customer, like I said, you say that you can service them from all over the world, you can give them teams, you can scale the teams quickly in different locations. It's a totally different discussions that you are having.
Yeah, for example, with Caesars, just after Code Factory joined the Software Mind global structures, we actually established a small team for them in Latin America, so that they were serviced in their own time zone, which was very appreciated by the client.
Yeah, of course. So this is an advantage to have people all over the world to serve the clients.
Yeah, like I said, to be able to scale quickly, because that's very important. The customer has a need, and you need to show that you are strong enough and capable enough to build the team, the right team for them very quickly. Yeah.
So how large is Software Mind now in Romania, just in Romania? What are your revenues?
Just Romania, we are about 75 people. And like I said, in Moldova, we are more than 200. So in total, Romania, Moldova, we are 280, 290 people.
And it operates as a single business unit managed by Ionuţ.
Yeah, Romania, Moldova, yeah, together.
And the revenues for Software Mind Romania and Moldova?
It's for last year. We still have to meet the fiscal statement, but it should be around 60 million euros, and for 2024 we aim an increase to about 80 million euros. So if we speak about revenues, and we are on track to achieve this. Yeah.
So you're growing. Okay. Jakub, I want to ask you about the current trends that you see in the IT market and the types of companies that you are currently seeking for investment. So you have completed this significant acquisition in the US, but I'm sure that you are actively looking for companies to invest in.
Yes, Joanna, that's exactly right. And first and foremost, we as enterprise investors are looking for new standalone investment opportunities, particularly in Romania, as we are strong believers in the Romanian economy, especially in its technological and financial services companies. So the recent trends that we see on the technological side is that the availability of capital for, let's say, ambitious early stage product companies has diminished totally. So the VC funding for ambitious product companies is very scarce. Obviously, the best projects still get the funding, but the terms are different, and a lot less projects get funded nowadays. And this is especially true for companies in our region, which suffers from both the downturn in the VC market and from local geopolitical circumstances. Well, the service business has not been hit so hard, so we still see funding and transactions in the services space in which Software Mind operates, although financial sponsors from especially large financial sponsors from outside of our region are also not really that active. If the transactions in the service sector are done, the acquirer is almost exclusively a strategic player. And even more often than not, it's a strategic player from the region. What we are looking for as enterprise investors are both interesting service companies, so companies which operate in a time and material formula with large customers, and we're looking for companies who are quite mature. So I would say positive EBITDA and at least 10-15 million euros of revenue. But we want to invest in companies which have something unique, like very specific industry knowledge, or they are specialized in very specific technology, a rare technology, a technology that is only going to be that is on the rise and getting popular, and is going to be the bread and butter of the industry a few years from now.
Are you investing in AI because it's a hype now?
Yes, it's a hype, and honestly speaking, our companies, including Software Mind, are actually using AI tools in order to boost their efficiency. But we are not looking to invest in another large language model. We think the funding is in this space is so abundant that it's not the way to make money to go where everybody's going. However, we are also looking to invest in product companies, not only service companies. Product companies which have an interesting and mature product with positive EBITDA are also on our crosshairs, and we are actively screening the region to find the most promising ones and boost them with our capital.
Did you find any product company till now in Romania?
Well, we have some talks going on, but that's as much as I can say at this stage.
I can imagine. Okay, so you are still screening all the region for new acquisitions.
Exactly, and I can say that we in the Central and Eastern European region we now have a very unique moment in time, because for the past decade the region was fueled with money from US European clients in services business. So we coded, so let's say that the developers from the region, which are outstanding and they're a brand recognized globally, were coding software for other clients, for clients from the US and from the Western markets. Now, these developers, these managers, with the knowledge, with the business know-how they have achieved across the past decade, are building their own products, their own solutions, which oftentimes are far superior to the ones present in the West, or even are unique and never heard of in the West. And we see more and more of these kind of companies growing and maturing, and we definitely want to support them in their growth and them going global.
That's true. We have also this trend here in Romania that many outsourcing IT companies are now developing their own product. So, Jakub, my last question now: are there any differences between the Romanian market and the other markets in the region?
Oh, well, definitely there are. I would say that if we are limited to technology, I would say these markets are quite similar, because the software outsourcing businesses have usually the same clients. On one hand, these are US and Western European clients, mostly from the same verticals. The developers are equally, I would say, are equally good and equally renowned, both in Poland and other countries of the region and Romania. They're all great and recognized around the world. But I see significant differences, for example, in the financial services market, where I'm also quite active. The Romanian financial services market has been much more conservative than the Polish market. So the Romanian National Bank is also much more conservative than the Polish bank. Hence, most of the popular investment teams in the financial services sector, like payment gateways, operators of payment terminals, factoring services, embedded finance, these are all present, but are still on a much earlier stage of development than in Poland, which is actually a thing that we want to use our experience from the Polish market to invest in Romanian companies in this space who are at an earlier stage, and help them be the leaders in their specialty. Together with our investment in the next 5 or 8 years.
Okay, so besides IT companies, you also look for financial services companies in Romania.
That's exactly right.
Okay. Then we look forward to learning about your upcoming acquisitions. Ionuț, my last question for you also. What are your plans for this year? So you've expanded in Cluj. Do you have plans for further acquisitions within the year?
Yeah, we speak of potential acquisitions, or we always look, and like I said, when you have an investment fund like Enterprise behind you, you need to always look for opportunities. So we continue to look for opportunities in Romania, Moldova, but also generally speaking in our region to grow our team, and so this is the type of growth that we are seeing through investment. But we continue we see a demand from the market. We can still see a demand, like Jakub was saying, on the services market. So our expansion will happen naturally as well. So not only through acquisition, and we increase the team after the acquisition by Software Mind with I think more than 100 people. We hope to increase this year with about 40-50 people, and hopefully we can build on that to have a strong. Our aim is by 2026 to be about 450 people, Romania, Moldova, and CE region, if we consider. So we look for opportunities in our region as well.
Okay, so we'll keep in touch. Maybe we'll talk at the end of the year to see how it was the whole year for Software Mind in Romania and Moldova. Thank you very much, Ionuț. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Ionuț.
Thank you, Jakub, also for being here, and looking forward to speaking with you again soon.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
For me also. Aceasta a fost ediția de astăzi a The IT Generation. Vă așteptăm și data viitoare cu un nou subiect de tehnologie. Seară bună!